This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Brothers charged with the murder of Trelawney farmer. Two brothers have been arrested and charged with the murder of 63-year-old Winston Stewart, otherwise called the Manor, a farmer of MacHill District, Clarkstown in Trelawney. Charged with murder and a conspiracy to prevent the lawful burial of a corpse are 46-year-old Andrew Green, otherwise called Denty, and 49-year-old Alan Green, otherwise called Curry, farmers of Clarkstown. It is reported that on February 1, Stewart was reported missing. A man turned himself into the police, where he confessed that Alan and Andrew were seen with the body of Stewart. Both men were taken into custody, where they admitted that they chopped Stewart to death and burnt his body on his farm. The brothers were subsequently charged after the question and answer session. Lottery scam task force arrests St. James woman over $1 million seized. A woman was arrested by members of the lottery scam task force supported by the Constabulary Financial Unit and the members of the St. James Operational Support Team during an ongoing operation in St. James on Thursday. According to information retrieved from the Jamaica Constabulary Force's official Instagram account, the lawmen seized a vast amount of cash, including $701,000 and US $3,000. A Mark X Zeo motor vehicle was also seized. Investigations are ongoing. Klansman gangsters lament dwindling finances, disloyalty in recordings. The first 77 minutes of the recording of an April 4, 2019 call between witness number 1 and the two alleged members of the Klansman gang have now been played into the records of the court in the ongoing trial of 33 accused members of that outfit. The conversation, which purportedly involves the sole female accused Stephanie Christie, alias Momo, and the mysterious co-conspirator so far only identified as Citypuss, saw the three ranting over several issues including backstabbing fellow cronies and the apparent finances of the criminal organization, which had seemingly gone downhill since the incarceration of the alleged leader Andre Blackman Bryan. Christie, whom the witness has said is a pastor and who was arrested on the grounds of her St. Thomas Church, in an expletive-laced rant lamented the absence of loyalty amongst the remaining members of the gang, charging that the boy dem a itch while we defend black man. Christie, who the witness had said during meetings of the gang was prone to be abrasive and controlling, at one point in the recording, ironically told her calling partners that she would be getting into her car to talk to them as the Bush have ears, not knowing that she was being recorded and her comments would be shared with the police. The three during the call discussed another gang member who has since turned a crown witness, accusing him of being less than truthful about the funds belonging to the gang of which he was a trustee. The embittered gangsters charged that the individual, alias Biggs, was shorting them and instructing them to tell Hombre, supposedly the incarcerated Brian, that nothing na go on. Me can't tell the man that Citypuss, who the witness has described as evil, declared in making his input in the conversation. Thief, them no know nothing about loyalty. I just money them in. I hustle them a hustle. Man them nah try build nothing, he declared. He further expressed disgust over the fact that cronies had died and could not be given a proper burial, while others who were behind the bars and offered bail could not get their freedom because of the gang's pitiful coffers. Me have to go down in some strong prayer and fasting. Christie volunteered in noting the plight of two individuals. In the meantime, Citypuss gave his prescription for the treatment of the dogs versus the jankros, carrion eating birds, the two categories he had divided the gangsters who were taking sides into. All who you see a take side, it inna them blood. Them a corruption. You can't deal with the two of them same way. When you can't stone the dog, you have to shoot the jankro. So you have to deal with them one day from Spanish Town, he stated. He further declared that when the gang was back to rights with its leader back in the saddle, a new breed of members would have to be recruited. Some little youth who don't know nothing, we have to instruct them and groom them, so them don't get bad man, he offered. Another wanted man held in Portland. The Portland police have taken another wanted man off the streets. He is 33-year-old Horace Kenton, an electrician and a mechanic also called the Weedy of Morton Pen Long Road in the parish. The police report that Kenton was picked up on Wednesday in a raid. Kenton was reportedly wanted in a case of larceny of a motor vehicle which was committed on September 25, 2021 in Snow Hill, Portland. According to the police, on the day the vehicle was stolen, its intelligence machinery and its swift action led to the vehicle being intercepted in Mansion Hill, but Kenton managed to escape. Through the assistance of the residents of Portland, we have captured 4 people who were listed on our wanted and persons of interest list since the start of 2022, said Superintendent Kenneth Chin, head of the Portland Police Division. With the cooperation of our residents and the robust operational activities, as of February 16, 2022, Portland has experienced an 83% decrease in serious and violent crimes when compared to 2021, added Chin. He is urging residents of Portland to report any suspected criminal activity to 119 or 311. Persons can also contact the Operations Office at 876-322-9357 or 876-440-1526, Port Antonio CIB at 876-322-9263 or the Port Antonio Guard Room at 876-322-9368 to report any suspicious activities. Construction worker gunned down in Mountain View. A 21-year-old construction worker was chased and shot dead by gunmen in the Mountain View area of St. Andrew on Wednesday. The deceased has been identified as Ricardo Taylor. Reports are that while Taylor and a colleague carried out work at a construction site in the area, they were pounced on by armed hoodlums. Further reports are that Taylor ran up and seen the men but was chased. He was later shot several times before his attackers fled from the area. The police were summoned and the wounded man was assisted to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing. Bunting calls for Darlin to be sacked as FLA boss. Former Security Minister Peter Bunting is calling for the removal of Shane Darlin as a CEO of the Firearm Licensing Authority for what he cites as a poor performance. In a release on Thursday, the opposition spokesperson on national security said the FLA needs a sober and competent leadership to restore the integrity of the entity and to regain the confidence of local law enforcement, international partners, and the public. This is after Darlin accused the former Minister of National Security of labeling him as an alarmist when he tried to raise attention to the corruption at the gun licensing company. Darlin, at a press conference on Tuesday, said nefarious characters with big stakes in the guns and ammunition business, including some firearm dealers, have been plotting against him and have made numerous attempts to have him ousted from his position. In calling for Darlin's removal, Bunting has also requested that a thorough investigation be done on the entity. The opposition has observed with concern the allegations and the counter-allegations of corruption traded between 2 JLP operatives, both with intimate knowledge of the operations of the Firearms Licensing Authority under the JLP administration. While it is difficult to discern the entire truth without the report of an independent investigation, it is now clear to the public that the FLA has become a cesspool of corruption over the last 6 years, the PNP said. According to the release from the People's National Party, Darlin in particular should be removed by the Minister of National Security and the FLA board in light of his own admission that he cannot fix the troubling issues plaguing the entity. Further evidence of poor governance and the non-performance of the FLA's CEO is the fact that the controversy-riddled entity has not even submitted an annual report to Cabinet, as per the Cabinet Office website updated February 2022. Since 2016-2017, the party explained. It added that the Integrity Commission should complete the investigation into corruption in the issuance of firearms license, which was launched by the Office of the Contractor General in 2017, but was derailed by the government prematurely bringing into effect the new Integrity Commission Act, even though no transitional arrangements had been made for its operations. While the opposition is aware of the limited investigative resources available to the Integrity Commission, it is imperative that, given the threat to national security, this investigation be prioritized and the report submitted to Parliament as soon as possible, it continued. Mr. Darling has a penchant for alarming statements to the media, ranging from the discovery of a gun-making machine, which turned out to be a regular machine tool, to his repeatedly calling in Mocha to investigate various allegations of corruption. The public is not aware of a single successful prosecution or even arrest arising from any of these multiple disclosures, Bunting added. Man gunned down in Lawrence Tavern. A man has been shot and killed in the community of Tavern Gully in Lawrence, Tavern, St. Andrew. He has been identified as Omar Gray. Residents reported hearing explosions and alerted the police. On arrival, the police say Gray was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He died on the spot. Investigations are ongoing. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.